What's up, guys? Well, it looks like it's over. Apparently, Megan the Stallion is saying that Klay Thompson is cheating. Let's find out what this is about.
Uh-oh. It looks like the honeymoon is over. I told y'all that this wasn't gonna last long. Even when I go back to my most recent video about these two and how I knew this relationship was doomed to fail, it was back in November when Klay Thompson actually got benched because he wasn't playing well. And from that moment on, I knew that it just wasn't gonna last. And also, Megan the Stallion took a huge L recently, which is why she's probably putting this out here now about Klay Thompson. They've probably been separated for a while now, but she lost in court. She tried to permanently silence a YouTube blogger so that the YouTube blogger could not speak about them.
That kills me about these celebrities trying to sue people to talk about them when they put their business out on Front Street. I mean, their whole thing is promotion, and they always have information out here, guys. It's public. Once you become a public figure, I mean, it's open for everything. I mean, everybody, YouTubers, whoever, nobody's safe from that. If you put your information out there, people can use it. People can make videos about you, whatever it may be. That's what you sign up for, and to be in the spotlight. And it kills me that a lot of these celebrities think that they can just do that.
And the YouTuber is Milagro, right? She tried to get a permanent injunction. That failed. She's been spending all Rock Nation's money to fight that case. So now, all of a sudden, Klay Thompson is a cheater, and she's exposing him. Wow. Y'all, listen, people. I told y'all this was doomed to fail because Megan Thee Stallion is not wife material.
Facts.
Monogamous relationship, really.
I mean, if we're being honest, a lot of these celebrities, guys, aren't what that is. They're not a housewife. They're not, husbands. Okay. You're dealing with NBA players, number one, and then also you're dealing with, rapping thoughts like Megan Thee Stallion. Please don't get it twisted. She's been passed around. We all know some of the guys she's been with. Okay. We all know that she's, allegedly cheated on other, boyfriends in the past or whatever. So this is nothing new to any of us. Shouldn't be, at least.
I don't even think Megan Thee Stallion understands monogamy. This is a woman who's out here messing around with men and allegedly women too.
Wow.
And she's talked about sleeping with multiple rappers around the same time.
Facts.
So now she's upset at Klay Thompson, exposing him, putting him out there. Now this could be a smokescreen because of the permanent injunction that failed against the blogger Milagro. But I think this goes to show you that Klay Thompson was just trying to hit it. He wanted to enjoy himself and have a good time. But when his play on the court started to suffer, he realized that he needed to do something different.
I mean, his play has been slipping for a while. I don't think personally that this has anything to do with that, but hey, I could be wrong.
Get back to being playboy Klay. Klay likes to have his freedom and be able to do what he wants to do. He's not trying to be no family man. And them moving in together, supposedly, it was all just doomed to fail. It really was. So let's get into this. Megan Thee Stallion is publicly in her relationship with Dallas Mavericks player Klay Thompson, accusing him of cheating in an Instagram story. On Saturday, the three-time Grammy winner posted a message about the NBA player who she didn't explicitly name, but whose identity was clear, cheating despite the fact that she had gotten close with his family members. That doesn't mean anything. Why do women think that because you get close to a guy's family that they're going to accept you? They're doing him a favor. They do this with they probably do this with all the women Klay meets. Let's get into this message. Cheating Had me around your whole family playing house. Got cold feet holding you down through all your horrible mood swings and treatment towards me. During your basketball season now, you don't know if you can be monogamous. B, I need a real break after this one. Bye, y'all.
Well, boo fucking who?
You know, the funny thing to me is that a lot of these women, they think that they are held to a higher echelon than a lot of these men. And to Klay Thompson, Megan Thee Stallion was just another thought, guys. They're in the same tax brackets. They hang around the same people. Okay. He's not some just ordinary guy, sitting at a bus stop somewhere with $2 in his pocket. Okay. These guys have choices. And if Megan Thee Stallion told him, 3 months ago, hey, I'm done with this. I'm not happy or whatever. He's probably going to tell her, okay, kick rocks. And he's just going to move on. Right. These guys are different. It's not the same thing. Okay. So a lot of these women, these female, stars or people who are in the spotlight, it's an even playing field when you're dealing with these men out here. Okay. Because they don't care. There's certain men that, aren't famous and aren't really known, and they'll do you the same way. Right. They don't care who you are. But it's more likely than not that most of these guys in your circles, the people you hang around, rub elbows with, guys, that you're on the same level playing field. So to them, you're just another girl. You're nothing special. And I think a lot of them fail to realize that.
So that's what she had to say. Klay Thompson is trending all over X right now and social media. They feel like she's talking about him. Who else is she talking about? And she posting this emotional message. Megan, you should have took a break. Do y'all know she's been dating since the Tory Lanez trial? She really didn't take no break. She's been dating men ever since. She has taken no real break.
Facts.
And she's not only has she been dating, she's been in court suing people. And Megan needs to take a total break. But
Megan needs to sit back and chill. That's what she needs to do. Okay. And not get ahead of herself. All right. Quit while she's ahead, because everything you do will eventually come to the light. It will. In this Corey situation, I don't think that's done. Yes, it's been pushed back and it's been covered up, but I don't think that story is over. And I have a feeling that is going to resurface. And I don't think she's completely out of, I don't think she's out of danger yet. I think we'll be talking about this at some point within the next year or so again, but I don't know. We shall see.
She is trying to silence bloggers because she knows what she did and she knows that it bothers her. So she tried to sue her way out of this. Well, you can't sue your way out of a bad relationship. Klay Thompson never wanted you long term. He wanted to have fun. He was never going to be monogamous with you. He was never going to marry you. It was never going to happen. I'm giving you this dose of reality.
Listen. Is Megan Thee Stallion fine? Yes. Okay. I'm not blind. Okay. Yes, she is beautiful. All right. All of that, whatever you want to call it. But guys, I'm just trying to tell you, in Klay Thompson's eyes, in the eyes of many, especially successful men who are in a different tax bracket, guys, she's just another female who raps. And probably to Klay Thompson, hey, he can now say, hey, I got another, celebrity, on my belt. This is somebody I've had. All right. And he doesn't strike me as the type to deal with, he has a ratchet meter. I think at a certain level, it begins to become a problem if it's turned up too high.
Don't be putting your sucked on drumstick with my chicken breast. You better keep that shit. I'm serious, man. You better keep that shit separate.
Okay, maybe 5, from 1 to 10. And Megan Thee Stallion may have been at a 6 or a 7. Okay. And maybe that was something that turned him off as well. We don't really know why, but he is in an NBA, and these guys are always traveling, always on the road. Okay. And they've seen it all and done it all when it comes to women. So, dealing with the likes of, Megan and such is just, it's not really making a difference. If I'm being honest, guys, it's not. What do you expect these guys to do when they're on the road? Most of these guys who are on the road, they go and play, right? And Megan Thee Stallion was just another fun toy. She just happened to be a celebrity.
A lot of heifers need a dose of reality because she doesn't get none. See, she's in a bubble. She's in that Rock Nation bubble, right? My opinion. And she hears what she wants to hear. But you need to hear the reality, Megan. None of these men see you as wife material. None of these men want to be in a monogamous relationship with you. Because after a while, Megan, you may not want to hear this, but they get bored. They get bored. And a guy like Clay, again, who's used to his freedom and being able to do what he wants to do, when he realizes who he's actually with, because wasn't Klay Thompson cool with Tory at one time?
Damn, if that's true, that's crazy. But at the same time, from a NBA player's perspective, you know, most of these guys, if they wanted a woman, like somebody that they wanted long term, they probably wouldn't want their woman to be a celebrity, right? They probably would want their woman to be pretty and to be out of the way and easily, you know, able to be, you know, have access to them, all of that. Like Megan Thee Stallion is busy. She's doing concerts, she's doing shows, she's never in one place at, you know, for too long. So you got to deal with that as well. And, you know, so you're not seeing or spending that much time with each other, maybe off season a little bit more, but still, right? I know if I had a woman and I was an NBA player and I was looking for a potential wife, my wife would be at home, you know, chilling, right? And, or if unless I chose to bring her with me on, you know, on the road. But you can't really do that with somebody like Megan Thee Stallion. And these women think that, you know, usually they're used to dating people beneath them as far as the tax bracket situation. And so they think that they can call all the shots. You be here when I ask you to be here. You do this when I ask you to do this, and so on and so forth. But you can't do that with a guy like him. Okay, if he feels a certain type of way, he's gonna say it, right? And if you're not down with that, then, you know, oh well.
And now he's dating Megan. This, again, women like Megan understand your reputation will precede you. And if you don't have the qualities and the skills for a relationship, it's going to ruin any type of relationship that you're in. If a man is around you and he can sense that you're just a fun girl, you're somebody to have a good time with, you giving off that jump off energy, they will treat you as such. And if you're looking at this message, she's talking about cold feet. So he got cold feet. That's because you were the one, you and your people were probably pressuring him to make it look like it was a serious relationship. Gifts back and forth.
Everybody tries to monetize, you know, and I'm not saying that's a dumb situation, but some things should be left to yourselves. Everything doesn't need to be, you know, out here like this. And like, let's be real with each other. Like when I heard this news that they were together, I knew it was just a ticking time bomb. I knew it was just a matter of time. Okay. Did I know, you know, how they would break up? No, but I knew that it wasn't going to last. And a lot of these relationships, you just know. And a lot of these people have shown us too much. We know a lot of this stuff about these people just from following them and you know, just looking after them, right? So you can already get kind of like a measurement of somebody, and people are just putting two and two together and, you know, drawing the conclusions. And it is what it is. That's why you never really publicize your relationships, in my opinion. That's one thing that I would kind of try to leave out. I know it'd be very hard if you were somebody like, you know, famous. A lot of these people, they're going to catch you slipping. They're going to catch you at a restaurant, whatever it is. If you're going out, I understand that, but I would at least try. But I guess they figured, hey, you know, at first I think they tried. They were trying to, you know, keep it on the low, and then they just said, well, you know what, forget it. Let's just, if people are going to know, we might as well just put it out there on front page. But these are the results. These are the things that happen. Now, I would have said that, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if Megan was the one who got caught doing something she shouldn't have been doing, but I'm not surprised either on the other side. Like I said, it's usually the quiet ones, and Klay Thompson seems like he's one of those guys who kind of, you know, lays low, keeps it quiet, doesn't like a lot of attention. Those are the ones you need to watch out for.
Moving in together fast, right? They just started dating last year. They were actually hiding the fact that they were together, but Megan Thee Stallion posted that photo. I bet he wishes she never did that, but he went along with it. Clay don't want no public relationship. He just went along with it. And all of her goofy fans really thought that this man was going to be in a monogamous relationship with her. Are you serious? Like, seriously, you don't think that he knows people she's dealt with? He just wanted his turn. Clay just wanted his turn. And when Clay got his turn, he realized, man, I don't want to be with her like that. So I think Clay Thompson willingly sabotaged this relationship so you would go away. That's what it looks like. She's talking about in this message, as you can see, she's talking about his mood swings.
Cold feet.
I haven't heard anything about Clay having mood swings, but again, he's an NBA player. You don't really hear anything about his relationships. But it's clear to me, Megan, he was trying to tell you he didn't want to be with you, but he didn't know how to say it.
That's straight facts right there. That's what it seems like, man. Going about certain ways and doing certain things without, just coming right out and saying it. And she thought because she met the family and this and that, she may, had something there. It's almost funny because a lot of these celebrities play a game, who's gonna cut first, who's gonna end it first. It's almost like if I ended it first, I can get, some more media positively on me and make myself look more desirable and vice versa. But men don't usually care about things like that. This is like a female thing. This is a female trait or, trends that they kind of live by. Men, most of them, they don't care and they're not trying to be, all the way out like that. And he strikes me as somebody like that. He just didn't know how to tell her that he didn't want to be exclusive with just her. And, cold feet is probably an indication that he tried to tell her in a roundabout way that, I think we should, to get some space or whatever. And that's what it looks like. And she got salty. And so she went ahead and said something about it. Now, he didn't say anything. Just keep that in mind. She put this out. So, they can't end things. They can never end things on a quiet note, They can't be. It's hard for a lot of women to be adults about situations sometimes because they're operating on their feelings. And when you operate on your feelings, whatever comes to you right then and there, you're going to act right then in that moment. You're not going to think ahead. You're not going to stop yourself and let cooler heads prevail. That's not how most females work when they get upset. And so as you see it right here, this is what she did. She could have kept it quiet and they could have went about it their own way. And this would have never came to the light like this. We might not be even talking about this for another 6 months and they could have been broken up for 7. But because of her and, she got in her feelings, she did this and here we are.
He didn't know how to tell you that, he really don't want to be with you, but he understands that you want this more than he does. See, that's the thing about us as men. We have a difficult time telling women the truth when they need to hear the truth. Megan needed to hear the truth. And he should have told her the truth months ago. That's why y'all haven't really seen him in public like that in the last couple of months. Have y'all seen him in public? I haven't. I've seen her going back and forth to court trying to sue Milagro. But have you really seen them out and about like that in the last couple of months? I haven't. Now again, they'll say, well, it's the NBA season, Jay. So you mean to tell me that she can't go to wherever he is? She's done it before. What about when he's not playing?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want no long-term relationship with her. He wanted to have a good time.
And she was trying to extend that, right? And who knows, maybe she didn't want anything past a certain point either. It's just that he beat her to the punch, so she feels insulted. And a lot of women do that as well. Okay, they'll let the season play out and then they will say, okay, well, I think it's about time we move around. And he just happened to beat her to the punch, and maybe she's upset because that was, an issue. Either way, we'll never know that, but he was the one apparently who kind of, did it first. So it is what it is. Man, it's hard enough to date in regular society, right? Let alone this type of stuff. Because when you're in this type of tax bracket, and you're surrounded by all these people, I mean, you don't know who to trust. I don't think people realize how, it looks on the other side of, people like this, because who do you really trust? Who can you trust, right? Who's telling you what you want to hear because they don't want to, they don't want to stop getting those residuals, right? Nobody really knows. So that's something I really wouldn't want to experience, that part of it. I wouldn't really want to be a famous person. I would just rather be, a successful person, because I wouldn't have to worry about this type of stuff. But I'll end it here, guys. I want to thank everybody for watching the video. If you did like the content, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button, because I drop content every single day on this channel. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video.